you today? Everyone fine? Okay. Okay. Sleepy? Tiring? Exhausted? Excited? Happy? What's your feeling? How do you feel? Week 5. Okay, Elwin say, not really tired for now. Good. So mean you will plan all your tasks this semester. Not doing it last minute. Not too tension, not too stress in my class. Good. Some more other student. So quiet other student, maybe too tired until no energy to give some feedback here. After lunch, yes. Could be after lunch. Sleepy, yes. Eat too full already. And the weather also so heaty. Let me present my screen. Everyone here who is not in yet? Okay, thank you, Pharaoh. Raise your hand. Yeah, please do raise your little hand if you can hear me clearly. My voice clear, my slide, my presentation. 10, 11. Daniel, here or not? Please check your attendance percentage. Make sure more than 80%. So 3 students not in yet. Who are the 3 students here? 2 students not in yet. Wong haven't raised hand and Daniel. Will Daniel going to join us today? No power supply again? How's a group member or class rep? Any message from Daniel? Yesterday already absent once. Any message from Daniel, you all? Class rep or group member? No?
No for me.
No for Pharaoh. How about the rest? No idea. Russell? Blackout again? I thought yesterday blackout. But even though mentioned blackout, but if didn't apply leave, if no approve, that means also will counted as absent. Please check the percentage, attendance percentage. Do you notice yesterday I posted here assignment submission. Each student is required to participate in an oral presentation in a week 6. So I have 2 days. I reserved 2 days here. So Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday, we will cover 1 chapter. Wednesday, tutorial. Following lecture and a tutorial, we will use the time for presentation. Any question? I'm sure some of you might have question. Please ask now if you do have question. Oh, no question. How about the rest? Some more? One group is around 30 minutes, somewhere around plus and minus 30 minutes. Because sometimes presentation we cannot. I mean, plus minus 10 minutes is all right. So one day we have only 2 hours. We have 5 groups. 2 hours not enough. So I reserve 2 days. Thursday and Friday. Thursday afternoon and Friday morning.
Oh,
No question? No question on the dates?
No.
No question. The rest?
Miss, each
Hmm?
group, I mean, each member present.
Yeah, yeah. That is a final presentation, the whole report, but no need in detail.
Oh, so they just present the same thing that they presented before.
Presented before that one is more detail. Like let's say the objective, SMART, no need present, but you brief the objective again so that we can remember to refresh our memory. What's the objective of your project? And then each chapter, you have your table of content. Yeah, table of content, present what is your quality attribute. This one. Am I presenting this one? Let me present one more time my screen. Whole group one presentation, yes. So you all need to allocate the task. How you want to arrange the presentation. Let me present my screen here. Somewhere around 30 minutes, plus minus 10 minutes. But I'm not that too particular, as long as not too far away, no problem. Mm, please don't present in detail. No need. You just briefly refresh our memory. What is your project goal? Yeah, what is the objective? Now, everything brief. Brief. This one already presented. So very brief only. No need go too in detail. But this part, yes. This one, yes. This part, yes. More, I mean, talk about this. Spend more time on this. This part you already done before. So you just go briefly. Spend more time on this, and also this. These three. Okay?
Okay.
Mm. So other group clear also?
So on Wednesday, no presentation.
Yeah, no. I make it Thursday and Friday.
Oh,
So
okay.
do
Okay.
the sequence. You all by volunteer or we draw lots?
Draws, okay.
Must. Is it okay? Presentation have more detail when submit, but present. Yes. Yeah, some of the content we can, like let's say the chart, let's say the chart you have a sub processes or subtasks. You have your duration, you have your person in charge, all person in charge. So all this can read in more detail in the report. So that one you don't have to present. I mean, just briefly, you don't have to go through subtask by subtask. That's example lah. So more detail when submit, but present more briefly. Yes, yeah, correct. Present more briefly. Mm, yes, I will going to draw lots because 2 days. I know sometimes you if you're not sure which day is your presentation, I don't think you can prepare yourself. Uh, prepare what is that? Good preparation. So I'm going to draw lots. See which group will be first day and which group will be the second day. All right. So let me prepare my tools. Give me 1 minute. Or do you want to suggest any tools? I'm using online tools. 1 minute. Let me type in all your name first. So we have 5 groups. Group number 1. Let me prepare the name here. Yen Celine. Group number 2, we have L. And then Jeremiah. Okay, let me present my screen. So I have 5 groups here. So all 5 names are here. Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I will turn this. So I will make it 3 groups on Thursday, 2 groups on Friday. Okay, everybody ready? So now we
Okay.
are choosing Thursday. So 3 groups. So I have to turn 3 times. Okay, once click. Ready, go. So Russell, Thursday. Let me jot down. Are you here, Russell? A? What A? What may be? What is A and maybe? Let me write down in my list. Thursday, Thursday, Russell. So I will remove you in the list. So second group, Look at the screen here. Not so smooth, but my place in my computer rotates smoothly, spins smoothly. So Solomon, Daniel, and Shak. So this is group number 2. Group number 3 on Thursday is, please ready on your mark. Ian. So group number 3. This is on Thursday. So Friday, first group will be, hang on, let me list down. Friday morning, let's see which group will come first. Whether Jeremiah's group, Friday morning, first group, or Noel. Jeremiah, first group, Friday. So, and then Noel will be Friday, second group. Done. Settle. So now you may prepare your PowerPoint presentation accordingly. Any question? When is report submission day? Tomorrow, 6 p.m. Okay, tomorrow, 6 p.m. So look at the question here. Make sure all contents are in. Read carefully, and also the rubric. Check everything are in. This one. Follow sequence. Assignment report in PDF. Originality reports less than 30%, also in a PDF. After that, submit your file, Microsoft Project, and then your group presentation slides. So all these things in the submission. If no question, then we will continue our lesson today. Or maybe I give you 1-2 minutes time. Who knows, you have something to. I know some of the groups, they have question assignment, but let me finish my lecture. Later, I will reserve about half an hour. For those group need, they want ask question, they stay the last 30 minutes. Please ready your lecture notes. How come I feel like everybody so tired and so quiet?
Ya, oke.
Okay. Only Farrell. Farrell saja yang bersemangat. The rest like so quiet. What have you learned yesterday? Feedback, chat box. Which chapter are we
Yes.
now? Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay, other student. Thanks. Always Farrell,
Level
Noel,
7.
7. We are chapter number 6. Okay, we are in chapter number 6. How many more chapters? Who can answer? Chat box. Okay, faster. Other student? Yes, sharp. 2 more chapters. Next week, 1 chapter. Week 7, 1 chapter. And then we reserve classes for past year paper. That's all for this semester. Well, let's continue. Our topic today, we have a short. There's only 2 more topics. Yeah, process change and also CMMI model. So let's continue. Please ready your lecture notes. So this process, okay, last class yesterday, for those who were not in yesterday, the software process improvement, yesterday we did discuss about what is process improvement, the reason why we need it, and then some considerations, some factors in software process improvement. After that, we also discuss about the characteristics or the attributes that we need to consider. What are the key issues involved in process improvements? We learn about 2 different approaches. After that, we also touch on measurement and also analysis. So today we will cover process change. Right? So let's look at here. Slide number 32. Yeah, this one, process change, involve change as the name modifications to the existing process. So here could be involved introduce new practice, new methods, changing the sequence of the process activity, introduce new deliverables or remove new deliverables, also involve introducing new roles or responsibility. So this process change should be driven by improvement goals, such as, let's say, we would like to reduce the number of defects discovered during the integration testing. So after the changes has been implemented, we will use the process measurement to assess the effectiveness of the changes here. So next slide. There are 5 key stages. Yeah, 5 key stages in the process change. Process change, process. 5 key stages in the process change. So the explanation in the following slides. Yeah, I will just brief on here. I will not read everything here. So stage number 1 is about the improvement identifications. Yeah, improvement identifications. So this stage, we use the results from the previous process analysis to identify what is the best way to solve the quality problems. Or maybe also come from the schedule bottlenecks or cost inefficiency. So from there, we can propose new processes. We can also propose a new process structure or method or tools used to address those process problems. So for stage number 1 is about the improvement prioritizations. So what meaning by prioritization here? So there could be a lot of possible, what is it? a lot of, not say a lot, many possible changes, but we cannot change all. Yeah, we have to concern and access different possible changes, prioritize them. Yeah, identify all the possible changes, but we need to decide which one more important. We need to prioritize. The decision, of course, need to base on what is the cost. Yeah, the decision here based on what is the cost of introducing the change, and also what are the impact of the changes. Those are in the consideration before prioritization. So stage number 3 here, process change introductions. So this stage means putting the new procedures, methods, and also tools into the place, integrating them with other process activity. So this stage will allow time, yeah, allow enough time to introduce changes, and then to ensure that the changes are compatible with other process activity, as well to the organization standards or procedures. So stage number 4 is about process change training or process training. You see, if without training, then it will be impossible to gain the full benefits, yeah, from the process changes. The people involved, especially the engineers who are involved in a process change, they need to understand very well what are the changes has been proposed, has been done. Yeah, the what is it? How to perform the new, and also what are the changes proposed? What are the proposed changes? This stage also involve discussion and explanations of the process activity, as well introduce a new tools. Yeah, select new tools in the process. So stage number 5 here, change tuning. Tuning phase, the minor in this phase, in this stage, minor problem can be discovered. That's why they use a term tuning, only used to discover minor or little problems here. So after that, they can do some little modifications to the process, whether they want to propose or introduce the new processes, or they can just amend, change solve the minor problem. This tuning phase can use or last for several months. So all in the 5 stages here in a general or in a real world is unwise. I mean, not appropriate to introduce so many changes. Sometimes you found that, oh, you need to improve this, you need to change another aspect. There are many new ideas come in. You want to make the things to excellent phase or excellence result. But then in a real world, we will not, I mean, it's unwise to introduce so many or too many changes at the same time. Yeah, because this is impossible to access the effect of each changes along the process. Okay, difficulty is one of the tutorial question yesterday. We touched on this question. Yeah, difficulty tutorial question come from top management not supportive, and also colleagues not supportive. So how many difficulty here? Here listed two. Two major difficulties that involve in the change processes. So the first is a resistant to change. What is the reason? Yeah, we look at here. So team member or project manager may resist. They don't want to change. Reason? We look at here, resist the introduction of a process change and propose reason why changes will not work or delay. They may be, in some cases, deliberately obstruct process change and interpret data to show the ineffectiveness of proposed process change. Do you understand this paragraph? Yeah, resist to change. But they didn't set it out clearly what is the reason. What's the reason why this team member or project manager are reluctant or they are not supporting the changes. So in the case yesterday, we understand that it due to the cost, right? It due to the cost, limited cost, and then the other one is schedule. So number two, change persistent. May be possible to introduce process change initially. It is common for process innovation to be discarded. So introduce at the beginning, but after a while, it revert back to the previous state. How? What do you think? What is this? They already changed, they started the changes, but discarded after a short time and then revert back to the previous state. Can you think of the reason why? Already started, but then halfway get back to the previous state. What's the reason of this? Can you all type in the chat box brainstorming? Yeah, you type in. I can read your message there. Requirement change. Yeah. Requirement change and then understand that the scope getting larger and larger. Yes, correct. No motivation, maybe the project manager who is all the way who is all the while aggressive and always be a good motivator, but halfway this member or project manager left the project, so no direction. Budget not enough, yes, always the case. Halfway budget not enough, and then they found that the risk, the uncertain risk getting more and more, involving costs. Yeah, and also behind what they are expecting, behind the schedule again, dragging up the time and also the cost. So towards the end, they decided to revert back to the previous stage, even though the current stage is imperfect, but still comparing to taking up a lot of uncertain risk with the process change, then they are still prefer the current stage. So next one, look at the next slide here. Okay, explanation is here because of unknown risks. Yeah, time, budget. They may prefer inefficient with the current status, but predictable process is the one they're doing rather than new processes but unpredictable. Yeah, with the short-term risk associated with it. Engineer may resist. This is one of the reason also, because they see these processes as threatening their professionalism. They may feel that the new predefined process gives them less discretion. When you are doing something new means the current processes is not their contribution or their effort is not up to the level, not appreciate. company not really recognize their experience or their skills. Yeah, it's their feeling. They feel and also they fear of if the new processes involving other new experience, could it be the company will hire new resources? Yeah, will threaten their jobs, their professionalism. So resistance here not only come from a project manager, but also from the engineer. Okay, clear this slide? One thing for the project manager, this person has to be to need to have what is it, sensitive to people's or colleagues' feeling. Yeah, when introducing the process change, they have to understand others' feeling. Yeah, they need to involve all the team member, involve the team member all the way. Yeah, through the change process, and also do their best to understand what is the team member doubts. Try to involve everyone in the planning of the new process. When they are involving means they have the sense of belonging. So it much likely that when they are involving, they want to make it happen. Okay, try to include this element. All right. Next slide. Change persistence. What's the content here? The problem of change being introduced and subsequent discarded. What's the keyword here? Uh, yeah, the changes may be proposed by an evangelist. Evangelist is someone who have a strong belief. The change process will going be work. But this person, unfortunately, this person left the group or left the team or left the organization. Then just a team of people without a good leader or motivator. So the team will revert back to the previous status. So you see how important of the leader or project manager. What does this mean? Institutionalization. Wow. Can every one of you pronounce this? Can you pronounce correctly? Institutionalization. Raise your hand if you can pronounce it clearly.
I can't.
9, drop to 9 already. How many of you pronounce it? You were going to see these words quite often later. Institutionalization. Everybody can? Drop to 7 already. Can't fast. Soft skill. All right, practice and practice. So what is this means? Apa maksud? What's the meaning of this? This means that the process change is not dependent on individual. Yeah, keyword. But the changes become part of the standard practice in the company with company-wide support and training. So that's the meaning of what is that? The institutionalization. Yeah, it's a company standard. It's a standard practice for the whole organization, not for individual. Okay, the full benefits for the company. Exceptions. We look at the next topic here. So in reality, exception is something that out from your expectations. The software processes are complex, yes. Cannot effectively represent how to handle. Nobody knows how to handle because every day has the project manager will encounter different kinds of uncertainties, challenges they have to handle, such as several key people become ill just before the critical review. Last minute. This is really if the project manager, not only the person who are good in managing people, but also this person should has a good, very patient, calm, and high EQ person. Yeah, steady person. You see, have to and not only encourage, but they have to solve even though last minute challenge. How if I tell you, your assignment submit after my class? What will happen? How do you feel? What's your reaction? Yeah. If let's say I change assignment instead of submit tomorrow, submit later 3:30 or submit now. How? Sweet emoji. I tell you, in a real life, is something like this. Even though, like I say, your management, they have you need to. Let's say they already mentioned, oh, we were going to have a meeting, a review meeting, at the end of the month. Because of full uncertainty, maybe at the end of the month, top management will going to fly for other overseas. Then they will call up. Okay, I cannot have the meeting at the end of the month. Now we do it this afternoon. Immediately you have to all your reports, all the data always have to be on hand. This real life. Okay, this one stated in assignment, of course, but real life how? Top management will not show you a black and white, right? Monthly meeting at the end of the month. They can call up anytime as they want. So we just prepare. Yeah, just prepare ourselves. All right, everybody, just prepare ourselves to any unforeseen circumstances. Right, let's continue here. So other than that, the second example here, breach of security, organiza organizational reorganization. Oh, yeah. So what means? Let's say manager have to spend the task allocated. You might need to spend extra working hours because of your work. Yeah, current work. They are no fixed, even though the working hours will not fix when you are handling or working in the project. Yeah, no 9 to 5 or 8 to 5. Sometimes we have to spend extra hours working on as long as related to the project matters. Not the time spent, sometimes not only particular on the project management, but some other related matter. Yeah, all are in. So next one, a need to respond to an unanticipated request for new proposal. Yeah, all these are uncertain, out of expectation. So we look at the next slide here. The exception, yeah, the exception here definitely will affect the schedule, the budget, and also the resources. Somehow this is very difficult to predict all kind of exception in at once. So what to do? We can only learn how to, therefore we have to work on how to handle the exception. Look at any keywords here. Yeah, use your initiative to deal. We cannot avoid this, and there are no way to, no matter how excellent we plan for it, but still we have to be always creative and know how to deal with different situations. Yeah. There are too many exception cases. So project manager need to flexible. This is also another word. We have to be flexible. Cannot be like here stated like this. Here already mentioned. This document already mentioned. We must do this. This is within this. This is must follow. Sometimes because of changes, requirement changes or resources changes, have to be always flexible. I know different people, different personalities. Certain people, they are not type of a person who like uh, being changed. Let's say you already plan your programs from today and until next month, but suddenly everything changed. Some people, they don't like it. They cannot work, they cannot cope with that kind of working environment. So it depends, yeah, depends individuals. Handle exception and dynamically change the standard process to cope with it. Next one. Okay, this is our next topic. Yeah? And last topic in chapter 6. CMMI framework. CMMI stand for capability is here. Capability, maturity, model integrations. Yeah, improvement. This is CMMI is a process improvement approach that provide the organization with the essential element of effective processes. So this CMMI will help user make decisions about the process improvement plan. So we look at here, there are two representation here, maturity level or capability levels. Okay, provide guidance, how to gain control of processes for developing and maintaining software. Okay. This is what is this framework for? Next one, next slide. So maturity levels and capability levels. This one, CMMI models, again, is a kind of framework or approach for process improvement. This is that's why we learn process improvement that using by a lot of different company nowadays. This CMMI structure based on the PA we call process area. You will going to see this also quite often later on. So this one, they will just use a PA, process area. Uses predefined sets of a process area to define improvement plan or path. However, for capability levels, this one allowed to select specific, this one, a set of process area. That's a key difference. Yeah, so for capability level, select specific process area and make improvement based on it only. So this one, maturity, this keyword, maturity, what do you understand by this, what is that? This term in a business aspect. Not say business aspect, maybe what other term can be replaced maturity? Can you think of other terms to replace this maturity? Can you? Let me check your. No idea. How about others? Any other terms we can use to substitute this maturity? No idea. No idea. So maturity level, matured processes, right? Matured processes also could be, we will think of it as well-defined processes, is measurable, can be analyzed, effective, yeah, effective processes, or improved processes. All are under this group, yeah, this category. This CMMI document, if you have time, you can, if you want to know in more detail, search out online. CMMI is the complete document is about 1,000 pages. Yeah, description. You want to go through in detail on this, right? Let's go to next one. So here, definition. What means by PA? Process area. What's the meaning here? Cluster of related practice, okay, in the area. When implemented collectively, satisfy a goal. So mean based on the goal. From the goal, they are related practice. We call it as process area. Okay, a set of goals considered important for making significant improvement in the area. So the continuous representation enable the organization to choose the focus. So from the list, organization is allowed to choose which area to be focused and improve. Which one is will provide the best benefit to the organization based on what is your business objective. So how does it look like? Something, this one. Okay, this is the goal, generic goal. Generic process, generic practices. All these we call practices. Yeah, a part of every process area. I will come back to here later. So we look at this one. Next slide, slide number 45. So each process area is defined by a set of goals and practices. So there are two categories of goals and practices here, generic and also specific. So if you want to know in detail specific, refer to Appendix 6.1 in the Google Classroom. Yeah, under material. Generic goals, we will discuss it in the following slide. So generic goal, part of every process area. Specific goal, specific to the given process area. So a process area is satisfied when the processes of the company cover all the generic and also specific goals and practices for that process area. So we have we have the two levels here. So again, this one process area is clustered or related practices in the area. Yeah, process area. What else here? Let me look at presentation. Look at next slide here. Okay, everyone, look at this slide number 46. So each goal here, GG, generic goal. So there are 5 in total. There are 5 generic goals in CMMI. Generic goal, GG1, 2, 3, 4, and also 5. So each of the 5 generic goals has its specific capability levels. So each goal supported by recommended practices. So these are the recommended practices. So the goal and the practices is actually more concrete. You can see all this with some like action work, yeah, action terms or action words. Establish, plan, assign, train, manage, identify. Those are action words. This is considered goal practice structure. Yeah, if we are able to implement the practices described for each goals, so it means that we are fulfilling the intention of the goal itself. Yeah, we meet the intention of the goal. So this generic goal plays important role in CMMI. Yeah, this define provides support framework so that the process can operate consistently and also manageably. So I will not go through in detail 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you want to, or maybe briefly, I need to, let me see whether the following, not here. So generic goal number 1 is on achieve specific goal. So the goal will simply direct the organization to achieve their specific goals defined for each process area. For generic number 2, yeah, goal number 2, you can see the word here. Just now we learned this term, institutionalize a managed process. So it means that in order to implement a maturing process or the maturing project, we need to create and also manage, also control the processes. Yeah, manage the project work. You look at here, you need to plan, you need to provide, learn how to manage the processes. So at the level number 2, have to learn along the way, keep those good practices or good processes, and then those can be discarded, then we just ignore. I mean, we discard all those not say improper. We only need to keep the good practices. So here there are 10 generic practices under goal number 2. Yeah? So goal number 3, 4, and also 5. Number 3 is define process. Number 4, quantitative with the measurement. Yeah? Quantitative objective, identify the objective and also measurement. Generic goal number 5, optimize the process. We look at next common area. So the key process, yeah, the key process area are organized by common feature. So there are 5 common feature here. The common features are the attributes that indicate whether the implementation and institutionalizations of the key area, such as effective, repeatable, long-lasting. So these are the 5 common features listed here. So this one, I leave it to you, explanation each one. 5 stages, maturity level. Yeah, 5 stages here. Look at the screen here. Okay, everyone still here?
Yes.
So we look at level number 1 here. The explanation in the following slide here, I will just summarize to you. If I go through like this slide by slide here, by looking at the wording, sometimes we can easily fall asleep. Yeah. I'll summarize to you all this slide in together. So we look at this. So for level number 1, typically this is still under unstable environment, where in this stage or this level, the organization is still in a poorly controlled and reactive. The processes are typically ad hoc process. Yeah? Level number 1. Ad hoc process. The business is relying on specific individual to keep things working. The process are new, and the documentation, often the content or information or the processes are often undocumented in this level. The business are unstable, and there are some processes need to repeat. This is a starting point for the process in the organizations. In level 2, okay, in the level 2, manage here, maturity level 2. So here, the explanation is here, these slides. So level number 2, the organization development process are repeatable. Yeah, repeatable in level number 2 and tends to produce more consistent results here. So in this stage number 2, all business projects are managed so that the process are planned, can be measured and also controlled. So this level number 2 are focusing more on management of processes and also requirement. For stage number 3, level number 3 here define. This one, the organization has a processes that can be understandable and describe it with the standards or procedures or with the specific tools or methods. Yeah, maturity level number 3, all the processes should be well defined and also documented. Not like a level number 1, still undocumented. But level number 3 here already well defined. All the processes should be already well defined and documented. Yeah, and the process also should be continuously improved. So this level bring more standardizations, yeah, listed here. Bring more standardization to the organization. Level number 4 here, quantitatively manage. So they can measure and control. The processes can be measured with the defined metrics. Yeah, with the defined metrics that demonstrate how the process is beneficial to the business operation. How about level number 5 here? So level number 5, optimizing here, explaining or describe the processes that shall be keep on continuously improve. Focus on process improvement. continuously improve and also monitor. But however, the processes shall always remain flexible enough to accommodate with the new technologies. Yeah, new technology or maybe new innovations in the organization. Right, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I summarize all this with you already. So next one, we look at these slides. Okay, be patient, very soon. Few more slides to go. We look at this one is stage model. This one, yeah, stage model. This stage model comparable with the capability maturity model, the one that we discussed just now. Assess the organization's process capability at how many levels here? This one has 5 levels. Yeah, focusing with the area and the key process area. So what's the results? So for example, if let's say one of the process area project planning, so it will provide guidance, provide complete guidance for effective planning project. Yeah. There are different key area quite useful here. You see, requirement management, all this under management. Requirement, project, monitoring, analysis. We touch all these similarly in the assurance. Configuration, not so, these 5. Standardization, what need to be standardized here? Requirement. Yeah, risk management. Integration, verification, product indication. Quantitative here need to measurement with the metrics. Quantitative project management. The content are more or less the same with the previous. Continuous process improvement, innovative deployment, analysis resolutions. Continue to the next one. How about CMMI continuous model here? This one, continuous maturity model, do not classify. Yeah, does not classify an organization according to the level. Yeah, not like the previous with different levels. What else? There are final grand models that consider individual, group, or practice to access the use of good practice within the group processes. What else here? A capability level consists of specific generic practice for the process area that can improve the organization processes. Okay, nothing much here. Next one, different category with its process area. This one is for continuous model. Measurement, capability level 0 to 5. Okay, look at the list here. Assign capability level by number 0 to 5. And each explanation, okay, they didn't put it here. So this one, I think this one so far never been asked what is incomplete, but from the term we know already, 0 means incomplete, perform, manage, define. You may refer the definition here also, there's similarity. Okay, initial, define. Take your time. There's too much of text here. Process capability profile, and the last one is comparison between both. Yeah, let's look at these slides. Okay, I give you 1 minute, go through the slide. Okay, 1 minute, read through the slide. Done already? So stage model, focusing different stages. How about continuous model? Any keyword we can find here? Work with improvement framework. They can pick, they can choose processes based on their own needs or requirement. Focusing on the improvement, concern with customer facing. Okay, this one by different stages, this one they can pick up based on their needs and requirement. That's all from chapter number 6. Right, we have done number 6. We will take a short break. Yeah, after short break, I will, which group need the breakout room? If you no need, then you may stay in the main hall, main meet here, solve your tutorial. There's still 2 more tutorial questions. Okay, if no need, then you just stay in the hall. Breakout room, if you need, then I will arrange for you. Yeah, we use our time here. So only one group, isn't it? So only one group, yeah? So let's take somewhere around 15 minutes break.
Okay.
After 15 minutes, thank you, Pharaoh. After 15 minutes, we will split to